Hi friends, I just wanted to hop on a live video today because I got a question recently from somebody emailing me about fitness stuff. They were emailing RoniLynnFitness and asking about how to get back on track when, as they put it, a wrench is thrown into their schedule. They're saying that once they get on a workout routine, they're really good about being diligent and sticking with it and having a good schedule and staying consistent when they have a set schedule. But then once something happens to disrupt that habit and they lose their structure, they have an incredibly hard time getting back on track. So I just want to talk about that a little bit today because I think this is a pretty common struggle that we have. And life gets busy and it gets complicated, and as creatures of habit, we really like having that structure and really like having a set schedule and plans. At least the majority of people do. I know there are some spontaneous people out there, but in general I think we all appreciate having those habitual things and having that structure in our lives. So one of the tips that I think that everybody needs to have when they get off schedule and get thrown off course is have a little more forgiveness for yourself. Number one, because I think often we are the hardest on ourselves and we have a hard time having compassion for ourselves when our situation isn't going the way that we want it to, because we always have these dreams and aspirations for what we want our life to actually look like. So number one is definitely having a little more forgiveness for yourself, being a little more compassionate. As people say, talking to yourself like you would talk to your best friend. And like when they're going through a hard time in their lives, you're not putting them down and telling them that they suck and that they're doing a bad job. You're trying to reaffirm them and help them get back on track in whatever way possible. There's a quote that I saw recently that said, it's not about what you do today, it's not about what you do tomorrow, next week, next month, it's about what you'll be doing next year. So along with the forgiveness piece, there's this part of longevity, and sometimes getting off track for a longer period of time is totally fine. It's not going to be the thing that's going to make or break you, as long as fitness and health is a priority for you and your life, and it's going to be something that you're going to continue on for years to come. That's part of the thing that's most important. These little hiccups that we have, whether they last a week or a month or whatever, they're just hiccups, and we'll get back on track and it'll all be copacetic. So number two, once you have a little bit of time there to forgive yourself, next thing you need to do is just start scheduling that shit in. If you are really dedicated to making a change in your schedule and prioritizing health and fitness and getting back on track, I want you to start scheduling your workouts in, making them a priority, making it something that you do before you go and do other things with other people, because oftentimes that's what happens. We get used to doing these other things. We get used to going out to drinks. We get used to, just going home and cooking dinner or whatever the things are. And if you're trying to get back on track, make sure you schedule your workouts in. That is literally the best way to make sure that you are going to stay on track and stay consistent with your workouts. And it's better to feel like you're making your workouts a priority rather than feeling guilty for missing your workouts. That's part of the reason why people hate this feeling of getting off track, is because they just then end up feeling guilty that they missed their workout and get down on themselves and all those other things that they should forgive themselves for. So, sorry, I got some notes here. Number three, I would say, is do workouts or exercises that you enjoy. And especially when you're trying to get back on track and back into the flow of things, do workouts and exercises that make you feel good, that make you happy. Hopefully, if you're into fitness and it's something that you want to have as a priority, that there are things that you do enjoy. But oftentimes we have a program that we're going through, something happens, we get off track, and then we feel like, oh, we should either start this program all the way over again, or maybe we should start from where we left off, whatever the thing is, and that can be kind of stressful. So instead of just focusing on that program or whatever the thing is that you're supposed to be doing, just do something that you enjoy, because doing part of something is better than doing all of nothing. And my husband, Weston, actually kind of experienced this recently. He got off of his workout program. He was following this 60-day program, and he got off his program for a couple days, and he went back to the gym, and he was like, I don't really have time for this full workout that this guy has scheduled. So like, I'm just going to do these couple exercises that I enjoy. I'm going to bust out this workout. And he told me afterwards that he felt so great. And he was like, I realized that, I have been lifting and exercising for 15 plus years. I have knowledge to be able to just go to the gym and make up a workout when I don't have time for other things, when I don't have time for the things that are scheduled. So doing things that are fun and doing things that you enjoy is super important to just getting back on track, and just reminding yourself that you appreciate fitness and you appreciate your health and all that kind of stuff. And prioritizing your happiness is the most important thing. Oftentimes we get caught up in the stress and the hating ourselves for missing things and messing things up, and we're not prioritizing our happiness, and that should be the most important thing, duh. So if you guys have more tips, or if this is something you struggle with, send me a little comment here down at the bottom of the video, and I would love to keep talking about it, because I think this is something that we all struggle with, and as creatures of habit, I want to hear how you stay on track too. Peace out.